Jerome Span. Of course, I'm here to tell you about our sponsor today. And our sponsor is, of course, and will forever be longstanding. Hey, mind you, he don't give me no money, but this is my man's. I got to hold him down. It is Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, Swopes is out here trying to change lives. He's trying to help get these young athletes into college each and every week. Every day he dedicates a lot of time to this. This man has a serious passion for helping others further their education and further their lives in with a lot of great ways. They are on Facebook. Make sure you look up Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. Swopes is spelled Swopes. It is ran by Mr. Nathaniel Swopes Jr. He is the man in Houston, if y'all don't know. But yes, make sure you go check him out if you're trying to get your kid into school, or hell, if you're even a kid here that's thinking about going into school and you want to try and keep playing, keep your athletic career going, make sure you go check out Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. He is the man that is going to help you keep that dream going. So make sure you follow them on Facebook, and you can get right a hold of Mr. Swopes there. He will help you get into college and keep your dream going for continuing to play your sports. So again, people, Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. Check it out now. Help change some kid around you that you know's future, or hell, even your future.
Yeah, Enigma in the house. My man J Span, Titan Studios. It's called From the Heart. Keeping it real is what all the song's about. Never selling your soul. Always staying true to yourself. Alright, yeah. Check it out. Money, cars. What would never get you far unless you gonna spit it from the heart. Yeah, money, cars. What would never get you far unless you gonna spit it from the start. Man, money, cars. What would never get you far unless you gonna spit it from the heart. Yeah, money.
And welcome back to your favorite weekly sports show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is ITC Sportsball, and I am your man, Jerome Span. Of course, the prettiest face on ITC. Don't you forget it, baby. The mind is flesh, but the mind is willing, but the flesh is weak. And of course, we've got the sports ball crew in the building here with us today. We're a whole team together. Jeffrey Bezos let our man's off today, so he's got to go in and praise his Lord and Savior. So might as well get these intros rolling. And of course, we'll start with the man who created this whole ITC thing. Some of y'all know him as Pop. I know him as the Ace. If you get into his face, he will put you in your place. He is that man, Terrell Campbell.
I love you, ITC Sportsball.
and of course, we've got ITC's hot take spitter, the man who rips like Dylon spits. He is the modern day Ali on the microphone. When he steps into your home, all your ladies is gone. He is that man.
One of these days, we're going to stop making number 3 angry, but until then, we out of there. It's your boy Mace. Let's go with the hot takes. Let's get it.
And of course, we got ITC's resident troll. He's that guy that sees a fire and he's like, I got this gasoline and gunpowder. What's happening? If you let him into your brain, he will drive you insane. He is that man, Daryl.
I'm back. Now all this controversy of me feeding into the nonsense all of these weeks. Feed me now.
Hey, man. All I know is that Mace and T kept trying to channel you. It was like they was over here doing a seance and trying to bring you in, bring your spirit into the show every time. That's all I know. That's what I know. But of course, got to get this train rolling because we got quite a few things to discuss today. It's right there for you, ladies and gentlemen. NFL MVP is coming up. We have had a very, very spicy race this season. I mean, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen have both balled out. I know some will say we should throw Joe Burrow in there. We can, but the problem is his team ain't really win enough games, so they're not going to win it, give him the MVP. We know how this works, right? So it's really between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. So all that being said, we've seen how these guys have played. We just saw Lamar again go yesterday. Didn't really ball out. He probably had what I would argue, his worst game of the year yesterday. All that being said, Mace, who do you got as the NFL MVP?
Everything in me want to give it to old Joe Burrow out there, bro. But we know they ain't gonna let that happen, man.
That's why I didn't even put him on there, because it's like, bro, they didn't even win their division. He ain't getting MVP.
If the Bengals had 2 more wins, then this is a 3-man race, right? If they end up winning 10, 11 games, 3-man race. But honestly, bro, I gotta give this to Josh Allen. I think he has the worst talent between him and Lamar around him. So I mean, he went in with the rookie number 1 receiver, essentially. A running game that everybody didn't think existed, and for all intents and purposes, man, that Bills team roster wise is probably worse, is as bad as it's been since Josh Allen has kind of ascended into being the quarterback that he is. Like after the doubts were gone about Josh Allen, this is probably the worst roster that he's ever had, and this is the best season he's ever had along with that. So I got to go Josh Allen.
I mean, look, I'll admit it. Me and Mace was on this show. We had some real questions about Josh Allen sitting there throwing up double coverage to fullbacks. We had questions, but that man, you want to talk about development of a quarterback, that's a guy you can look at. T, who do you got here as the NFL MVP?
Honestly, I see the case for Joe, for Josh, but my money's on Lamar because, I mean, like I say, yeah, he has a better supporting cast, but let's look at it like this. That man has been playing so well that for the first time in 29 years, the Ravens have a Pro Bowl wide receiver. Let's just analyze that. That man has been playing so well, distributing the ball, that they got a Pro Bowl wide receiver for the first time in 29 years. Come on,
that is a pretty wild stat. That I didn't realize that, T. I didn't realize he was the first one. I figured Anquan Bolden made it at least once while he was there, but not even him. Good Lord.
Say Derek Mason didn't even make one back in the gap?
No, D Mace got there too late. D Mace got there at the back end. I remember he only had like 2 good years there, and there was guys that he had to compete against that were having way better years, like Ocho, and I believe that year it was like Ocho had a crazy year, Hushmanzada, and I think Randy did too. So yeah, it's too late. But Daryl, we know you're going to probably tell us something crazy. So go ahead and tell us who you got for NFL MVP, brother.
Well, I think this is going to be a nice little conspiracy theory right now.
Oh, God.
So we will all, honestly, how it's being explained right now. Lamar is the chosen one, but it's going to be Josh Allen. That's all I'm going to say. I'm on conspiracy right now.
But wait, hold on. How is Lamar the chosen one? I'm confused. Because he don't exactly have the complexion for that title. I'm just saying.
I understand this, but it's all about what does it show? Like, for example, Mace already put out the point hey, you don't have a good supporting cast / someone has a supporting cast. Will we really go for it? The one doesn't have a supporting cast. Makes the dream actually look better, honestly. And after that, more little recognition right there.
I'm just saying, Josh Allen has been balling out. Y'all know I love Lamar. For me, on this one personally, I'm not ever a fan of always giving the same nigga the MVP, right? Because I know it's 2 different sports, but let's talk about it NBA wise, right? If it was just giving it to the best player, LeBron James would have like 13 MVPs and Michael Jordan would have like 12 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how the MVP ever really works. It's always kind of a narrative-based thing, right? So you got to see what's the narrative. And I think, Mace, you hit it right on the head. The narrative that's going to, I think, play stronger to a lot of the voters is that, hey, we all went into this season looking at this Bills roster, especially on offense, and saying, boy, y'all really ain't giving Josh Allen no help here. This is really going to have to be a get on my team back, get on my back, boys, type of team for Josh Allen. And what he proceeded to do was put the team on his back and ball out to a level that, honest to God, I don't think we've ever seen a better version of Josh Allen. So for me, y'all know I'm a big Lamar fan. That's my dude. I love Lamar. Been supporting him since he was at Louisville. But this MVP goes to Josh Allen. Because, look, Lamar may not have a A1 Jamar Chase type guy out there, right? But he still got guys that are better than what Josh Allen is out there dealing with currently. Because, look, me and Mace both believe Keon Coleman over his career will end up being a good player, right? He's got the talent. Boy, he been having to put that team on his back. He got dudes like Shakir out here looking like they real wide receivers. And for years, we was like, who is this nigga Shakir? So I got to say, Josh Allen's got to win this MVP. If he doesn't, I'm not going to be up in arms about it, right? I'm not going to be like, oh, my God, how did he,
It was a steal. Stop the steal, bro.
yeah, it's not going to be one of those situations, right? For sure. But like,
Jerome's okay with it, and Jerome's okay with it until all of a sudden everybody's just like, Pat Mahomes was MVP. It's just like, what?
Let me tell you something. Y'all know I rock with Pat. I always bet on black. That nigga don't deserve no MVP from this season, okay? There was a couple of games this year where my man Pat was out here doing the Stevie Wonder and bobbing his head and throwing it up, nigga. So this ain't the year to say Pat should win the MVP. Now, look, last year, if you want to say Pat was the MVP, okay, I can see your argument. Because, nigga, we was watching dudes out there all day. He hit him in the hands and it's just down, wide ass open. Valdez-Scantling hit him in the hands, ball on the ground.
All I know is my MVP this year is Joe Burrow.
I get why you said it, but dog, you can't give him that because the narrative says you got to win. Like, I'm with you. Because look, if we being real, the nigga who should get the MVP is Saquon. If we being real. Okay, Saquon ran for 2,000 yards and turned that Eagles team from something we was like, I don't know, to like, whoa, these niggas might win the Super Bowl.
Crazy stat of the day: Derrick Henry is the only running back in the NFL history to ever rush for 1,900 yards and not win the rushing title.
Yeah, I mean it's insanity. But
yeah, man. Yeah, MVP. It's Josh Allen. I wish it would stop being a quarterback award because I mean, Jamar Chase and Saquon have just as much a case for being MVP as anybody.
I wish they would do something along the lines of like add in.
Have the best
award,
offensive player,
like best quarterback. Just best quarterback all day. Because like I think it is wholly unfair that before the last like 15 years of NFL MVP voting, everybody had a chance, right? If you just had to have a awesome year and you had a chance to win the MVP. Now it's basically just a quarterback award, and I think that's stupid. So make a best quarterback award. Hey, you want to call it the Johnny Unitas Award or whatever you want to call it, right? Let's do that so then we can get back to some real MVP voting to where a guy like Saquon or Derrick Henry, like you're talking about with 1,900 yards, right, can actually get votes. Or hell, even a guy like Jamar Chase about to have the receiving triple crown this season. That is an argument for a guy that should get some MVP votes. You know
right, with the stat line we've never seen. Like we've never seen a receiver put up a stat line over the season like that.
And I know some people will be like, oh, well, you know, he got an extra game. Bro, take away the extra game. It's still an absurd season. Like, it's still ridiculous what Jamar Chase has done. I feel like Jamar Chase saw all the love that JJ was getting and was like, nah, I'm going to make y'all niggas talk about me that same way to now. I'm going to make y'all. Y'all going to learn today. Me and JJ the same, nigga. It's a beautiful thing, though. It's been great, though, to see how many different people we legitimately have seen have an excellent season this year and possibly be an MVP candidate, right? But with all that being said, on all their great seasons, the brackets are pretty much set at this point, right? Like, a lot of these games this Sunday don't matter, so we're probably not going to really pick games this week, guys. Sorry if you're here for the picks. We probably won't really pick games. We might at the end if we got a little bit of time. But we know who's in the playoffs pretty much at this point. We basically know who the 1 seeds are, right? Mace, got to ask, who you got in the Super Bowl?
You know what, man?
I do just want to point out one thing while you about thinking of that. You notice Terrell got the guns out today. You see trying to give the ladies a gun show. He like, hey, ladies, yeah, you see the gun show? But I'm sorry, I got distracted. Who you got in the bowl?
They're registered.
A part of me wants to say Philly and Buffalo, but I think both of those teams are going to crash and burn in the divisional round.
So who you got then, nigga? Come on. Spit it out.
Man, you know, bruh.
Nigga, you ain't betting a house or your car or nothing on it. Come on, make your pick.
Minnesota and Baltimore.
Wait. Time out. After all the crap y'all gave me for believing in Sam Darnold early in the year, for all the crap,
hey man,
now you gonna say this man gonna get to the bowl?
He getting to the bowl, bruh.
I don't fucking sleep, bruh. T-Man,
you know,
what you got,
bruh? Do you want me to give you my logical picks or my emotional picks?
Man, you better make a damn pick. That's what I know.
Because I have 2 different trains of thought. But if I had to go with pure logic, I'm going to go with Detroit and Kansas City.
Interesting. So even after Patrick Mahomes been doing some Stevie Wonder this year, you still like, nah, baby, I'm always betting on black.
Once again, they've got some Kansas City black magic going on with the Chiefs. I mean, what, 15-1?
I just want to know what's the deal that the Hunt family made with the devil that they got to get this man, and like, even when he has his worst season we've ever seen, they are still a top 3 team in football. How does this work? What is the deal? What did he have to get? Was it a kidney? Was it his soul? Was it like his children's soul?
He probably sacrificed a third cousin or something, bro, for all we know.
Hey,
like it's like they're like, it's got to be your blood. He was like, just my blood. That's it. Like, I'll go down the line and pick one of these.
He was like, you didn't say how close the ties had to be. You just said it had to be blood.
Right. You didn't say you didn't specify how diluted I can make this.
Daryl, who you got in the Super Bowl, man?
Maddie picked my pick. That was my pick.
Oh, so you're right. You and Terrell on the same page, huh?
Because I like Vegas and I love gambling, and that's the easy gamble right there. Because we're making another Brady, so we're going to keep on having Kansas City keep on hitting the Super Bowl, no matter how bad it looks. How bad, it doesn't matter. It can look trash. Kansas City be in the Super Bowl, like. People are winning their money at Vegas. You know how much money is on free Kansas City right now? Probably
a lot. A lot.
It's hard to bet against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, brother. It is. For me, I hate that May stole the thunder out of picking the Vikings because they was going to be my surprise pick team in here. May stole all my thunder there. So I am taking the Vikings out of the NFC, and it's strictly because I don't think that the Lions can overcome it's too many injuries at this point. Too many.
They had to play a perfect game to beat San Francisco, bro. That should tell you everything you need to know about that defense.
And on more than anything, right? It's one thing if you're a feast of famine defense, but you still have some talented players out there that like, hey, like if the Bengals get in the playoffs, right? We know they're dangerous, and that defense could turn up because Trey Hendrickson could just turn up in the playoffs and become almost unblockable, right? Because he's been outrageously good this year. He has a real argument for Defensive Player of the Year with how bad that unit has been around him. So we know that can happen. But for me, I'm just when I look at the AFC, I have to say Lamar. I think this is the year that the Ravens finally get over the hump because last year it looked like everything was in place, and then they forgot to run the ball in the AFC Conference Championship game, right? You really can't forget to run the ball now when you got a nigga with 1,900 yards rushing on your team. Like it's going to be – you'd be real hard-pressed to forget to run the ball with him. So I'm going to take the Ravens and the Vikings. I really think that we're going to see it. And for all y'all that want to come back and talk to me about how y'all believe in Sam Darnold now, y'all was talking about he was garbage before. No. What we talked about was how garbage the Jets were. We have always maintained the same thing. Sam Darnold has all the tools you need to be at least Kirk Cousins level quarterback. Okay. The problem was that he had terrible coaching and terrible roster construction around him in New York for years. Like, that's not on him, baby. That's not on him. So, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. Sam Darnold, don't make me regret this, brother. I said early in the season, I was one of the early ones on the train with you. I said before week 1, I believe in Sam Darnold. Okay? I said it. Please don't make me look stupid. That's all I'm saying, Sam. Do your boy a solid. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Do me a solid.
And I said
to the other team.
And I said before week 1, I believe in Joe Hendry.
I'm not doing that. I ain't clapping.
You don't got to be a hater your whole life, Mace. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So
I'm channeling my inner number 3 right now.
This guy.
Number 3. Oh, and the other guy would have been number 4, but he quit out the league. So it is what it is. But moving forward here, we've got the premiere of Raw on Netflix coming up this Monday, gentlemen. Now we know generally when WWE has transitioned from one network to another, right? They always have a very, very big opening night on that network, right? They always try and pull out the stops and treat the event almost as if it was a PLE, right? All that being said, T, got to start with you and Daryl here. What do you guys feel the surprises will be?
Like I say,
hold on. I just want to say, whatever you're gonna say, I get the feeling Mace has got something. I saw that twinge in his face, like it's like, ooh, I got something.
well, obviously we know we all suspect and we all know that Mace has got the boulder is gonna pop up. Like I say, that's what we're all suspecting. I think one of the bigger surprises is I think we're going to get Becky Lynch back. I honestly think we're going to get Becky Lynch back, and maybe possibly Charlotte. But if I had to go with like a massive surprise, though, I don't know if they have one that could be as massive. But if they do, there's one person who we ain't seen in a while because of controversy, but that person's name's been getting brought up.
They better not bring back Peabody.
They probably might bring him back, bro.
They better not bring back Peabody.
They probably might.
That man got a whole case sitting over his head right now. They better not bring back Peabody.
Well, don't forget, the accuser is starting to, did a 180 on that. So, what you
talking about with 180? I might have missed what you're talking about here.
What are you referring to? She's starting to withdraw the whole thing. Yeah, that just was reported like a couple days ago.
The whole thing, what?
Like the lawsuit? Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean that she's changing the tune. That means they might be settling. Yeah. I got it. So,
no, they're trying to do
because it is like,
but no, they're trying to do
difference.
Well, they were trying to do private arbitration, and she still wanted to do it public, but now that's kind of changing. Like, so it was a whole thing, but.
That sounds like settlement.
Hey, that settlement number probably went up a couple zeros. Probably was added to that settlement number.
Vince got Billy's. He was like, "Look, man, we'll just add on another zero, nigga. Let's end this. I don't need my name getting dragged through the mud." That is a vain man enough that I don't think he wants to be remembered as the creepy monk that she described. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, but now, T, what else besides Peabody? Get out of my face. I don't hear nothing about Peabody till that case is over with.
Well, then I'm gonna also say, and you're gonna say this isn't a big surprise, but it would kind of fit into the storyline with this group. I think we're gonna get Little Miss Bliss back. I think Alexa's coming back on Raw.
Okay, Daryl, what you got?
I don't see Alexa Bliss coming back at Raw. I see that at Royal Rumble. That's a Royal Rumble thing. I can see that at Royal Rumble. Brock Lesnar, that's kind of crazy.
Sir, his name is Peabody. Get it right.
Lynch. Hey, she's taking care of the kid, That's what's going on, She over there being a parent. So, I don't see that either. I can see Charlotte. That's been talk of the town a little bit more. We probably get our little AEW star to finally reappear in the WWE over on Raw. All these little zero crossed promos and then going to the mask, we might get him, but that's not a big surprise.
Who are you talking about?
Penta El Cero Miedo.
Nigga, who?
See, there we go. See,
nigga, who?
He's doing the NXT who.
I don't even know who y'all talking about. No, I'm legitimately trying. Who are y'all talking about?
Ray Phoenix, Penta.
Oh,
okay. Ray Phoenix ain't gonna be there. Ray Phoenix still on the contract.
I had to say Ray Phoenix for him to actually understand.
He did it for me. He knows.
Okay.
I would.
Oh, okay. You associate Ray the Lucha Brothers, okay?
Yeah.
You think, brother? Stop. The Lucha. You think that's gonna be a big surprise? That's not a big surprise.
No. I didn't say it's like a big surprise, but that's gonna be like a surprise to like show up there. Yeah, but we automatically gonna think the Rock's there. Rock is already gonna be there. I don't.
But who's your big surprise? What you got? I know there's something that in your mind when you saw Raw on Netflix, you was like, "This nigga gonna probably appear."
There's nothing, honestly. I don't think there's really a good big surprise.
We good. Yeah. Y'all are thinking on too much of a small scale here. You trying to tell me we switching networks and ain't nobody said a vestige of Vince is gonna show up on the show? Y'all boys wild. We getting Shane O'Mac. You trying to tell me that ain't a single vestige of Vince is gonna pop up on the show? Nobody's like,
hey, they still got Shane over there for conspiracy to actually go to AEW. They're over on that. They're not talking about no Raw Netflix.
There will be, Mace. You know who it's gonna be? Stephanie McMahon. It's not gonna be Shane. Hey, Shane over there trying to get down. Shane over there trying to prove himself to his dad again, going to AEW. So I don't think he's gonna be on Netflix.
Hey man, we getting a vestige of Vincent Kennedy McMahon on the show.
Oh, we're not supposed to say his full name either. What are we doing?
We,
What are we
I
doing?
said
I was
the
gonna-
best.
we might-
The
I was
best.
gonna say,
we
gonna
might-
say, you know what his name is, Mace. That's not what we call him around here.
Listen, bro.
we may get BK.
In the
we may get-
context of which I'm trying to explain this, we have to say his
Fair.
full name. So
Fair,
y'all-
because there may be some people who don't know, but he's the raper. Let's get it right. Call him his name.
Come on out.
hey, he was talking to himself in that. We now know.
But nah, bro. But seriously though, dog. Like it's. I mean, maybe it's not Shane, but it's probably gonna be Stephanie. It's gonna be one of them. Like there's no way they aren't gonna come out on this show.
Oh, I
just
agree.
don't see it.
I agree. I think we see Stephanie for sure. But for me, I can't believe none of you guys said this one. I thought for sure at least one of you guys was going to pop this one. But I think this is when we see Rikishi pop up with the bloodline again. This is when he actually gets involved in this with his whole family. I don't know if it's going to be necessarily him coming down the ringside or something, but Rikishi, I think, will be in the building. And they're going to start involving him, and it'll be more like one of those, hey, after, because we know the Boulder about to turn on Roman. We know what time it is with that. We know Roman about to get rock bottomed, and it's going to be a bad, bad day. So I think Rikishi would be the man that you involve in that, because him and The Rock have had stuff in the past, right? Now you can say, hey, he's trying to attack my sons and attack my, what would Roman technically beat him? Was that a nephew or a cousin?
It's a cousin.
That's a cousin. Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to attack my cousin and my sons. You know what I'm saying? I can see it happening because if you look throughout, especially the last 2 years of the Bloodline storyline, Rikishi has been very, very active on social media with a lot of comments. So to me, at some point, you got to involve him in because, again, this is an easy way for you to not only bring in the nostalgia for another veteran from the Attitude Era in a time that people really loved and have a lot of nostalgia about, right? But you're also bringing in somebody that makes sense for the storyline too, because you could easily do something like, hey, you don't even have to have Rikishi do a match. It could be just literally the new bloodline, the Team Bloodline ends up attacking him and really messing him up, and he gets, put in the ambulance and all this stuff, right? So there's so much you could do. So that's why I was surprised that none of you guys actually named Rikishi, because I was gonna say, man, we can see we can see that big body moving and die tomorrow night, baby. Ooh.
Can I theory craft?
Go ahead.
God.
Zilla was at Raw, so I could always blame that. I could always say Zilla's over here gonna pop up, at random over there yeeting in the crowd and everything. Like that's probably the closest I could ever say it right there.
I mean, let's say you got Zilla sitting somewhere, you got Hikuleo sitting somewhere. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. The bloodline is too big, man. And then plus you got Roman's brother Lance signed to NXT now. Like, there's a lot of family members underneath, out there that have contracts that are looking around. So you gotta look at it like that.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll say this is a version of the bloodline that, if you remember what Solo said right before War Games, if they joined him, their bloodline could run the WWE for decades. We're seeing it now. We're seeing it with Jacob. We're seeing it, with all the guys that they're bringing in. Because, I mean, come on. In 2 years, we're going to see Jacob Fatu in one of the main events of WrestleMania. 2 years, guaranteed. Let's say he stay healthy, 2 years tops. But we're seeing that. We're seeing the bloodline, and now we're getting more and more layers to the story because everybody wants to go back and talk about Paul Heyman saying, "Oh, we're in the bottom of the third." Well, everybody keeps asking, "Where are you at now?" They in the bottom of the fourth now, as far as I'm concerned. Because we're adding more, they're adding more and more layers. And there's one layer that I've heard some of the people on, and I'm gonna say the name of the show, Busted Open, bring up, and these are Hall of Famers and legends. What if they go completely alternative route than what we were expecting? And what if when he shows up, the Boulder walks out, but he's no longer just the final boss. He is not the tribal chief, the high chief.
Oh, I think for sure that Ulafala is going to end up around the boulder's neck at the end of the night. Roman Reigns has a basically 0% chance of walking out of the arena with that Ulafala. He may win that match, but he ain't walking out with the Ulafala, brother. Ain't a chance. Ain't a chance in hell.
Let's go with that theory. If he comes out there with the High Chief, what if he comes out there with 2 other guys, and those 2 other guys are involved in that tribal combat match? 2 new debuts for Samoans.
So are you thinking Zilla and Hikuleo, or are you thinking
just the 2 random 2? We could say the names, everything. He just coming out with 2 bodies with him doing this after that match.
That's 2 more members of the Temu bloodline. Then that's what that is.
Yeah, that's because they gotta replace the injuries. I
mean, that is a fair point.
You do have a useless character on the Temu bloodline, honestly, that botches everything. You got someone useless
who has a torn bicep right now, so like he ain't gonna be doing nothing.
Hey, y'all both are right in what you're saying. Okay, you're both right.
I mean, Bronson Reed's is better for the bloodline than that dude.
True. I do just want to say though, this is not bloodline related at all. Triple H, if you don't get these bland ass 2K generated wrestlers, the Motor City Machine Guns, out of my face and stop trying to push them down my throat, I ain't dealing with it, Triple H. They look like 2 generated wrestlers. Like if you went to start your career up in 2K, those are 2 of the models that they already got there for you, brother. Okay?
Hey, be careful what you say about the Motor City Machine Guns.
You're out of line.
Debo loves the Motor City Machine Guns. But hold on, Daryl. This is somebody who didn't watch TNA. He didn't watch TNA, so he can't say nothing. They were one of the best tag teams in the world.
He's out of line. He hates on every TNA person.
Nigga. I don't care what y'all talking about. I didn't watch these niggas wrestle with my own 2 eyes. And those are 2 randomly generated 2K characters, nigga. Get them out my face. Neither of them have any personality. Get them out my face.
This man hates on every TNA wrestler.
No, I don't. No, I do not. I don't just hate on TNA. Stop that. That is not true. Notice, hey, Mace, they saying I'm hating, but notice neither of them can argue what I'm saying. They not saying I'm wrong.
Hey,
pull up the comments. Boom.
Hey, cool, Debo. Cool. Again, you're not saying I'm wrong, nigga. You just saying them fighting words. Hey, all I'm saying is that I'm right. That's it. That's it. Those are 2 random 2K characters. That's it. Look, I'm not saying they're not good wrestlers, boys. I'm not saying that they do not execute the craft, in the ring. They do. And you can tell they've worked together for years, right? You can tell that they're very, very in sync, right? But nigga, that doesn't change the fact that they look like random characters in 2K that they're like, here you go. You don't want to make a build? Here's one for you. That don't change that. I'm sorry. Zero personality. These niggas are like the generic rockers. That's basically what they are.
We need that.
Hey, man, you let them make it, bro.
Yeah, let them make it.
No. The new rockers were the generic rockers. Okay, let's just be honest about that.
No. Them niggas was just old and washed. These are like generic rockers. Like if they had a name, they would be like the boppers or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if there was toys on the shelf, you would see like the rockers as a pack, and then it would be some off-brand, and they would be the boppers. That's them.
Pull it, twist it.
Man's a
hater. Where I'm going. You get where I'm going. Picking up what I'm putting down. I like that.
Stop hating on Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, man. They ain't do nothing to you.
I mean, y'all can say I'm hating, but again, I don't see y'all saying I was wrong.
You are wrong. You are wrong.
That being said, though, all right. So the reports are leaking out over these past couple of days, where it is looking like the Royal Rumble 25 is going to be. Oh, I'm sorry, it'd be 26. I'm sorry, I put 25 in there. It should be 26. It is going to be in Saudi Arabia. Boys, how you feeling about this? You feeling it or not?
I'll start this off.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna be real with you. It's too far away for me to care. Why do I care? That's a whole year away. Why do I care that Royal Rumble is in Saudi Arabia in January of 25?
Ain't gonna be no
I
cheeks
care.
out at the Rumble. Ain't gonna be no yams.
But listen, bro, I got a whole year to process that though. I don't care right now.
There'll be some yams in the one piece suits. Yes, it will.
No, it won't, because we discussed this the last time it was in Saudi Arabia and towards the end of last year. All the yams was put up in the cabinets, nigga. We wasn't seeing no yams.
The yams was in the can.
I'm telling you right now, you cannot put that NXT roster of females in one suits. You can't. It's impossible.
Listen, bro, the biscuits was still in the can, bro. They wasn't busting out the seams yet. but seriously though, bro, who cares? This next year. We got a whole we have so many shows before we actually have to care about the Rumble being in Saudi Arabia.
Fair point. T, how you feeling about this? I can see you got something. I can see it in on you, just like, oh God, what are we doing?
First and foremost, let's just call this what it's going to be really called: Royal Blood Money. It ain't the Rumble; it's Royal Blood Money, because we all know what it is. I'm not a fan of it because mind you, like say, yes, I know some people don't watch the Saudi shows. I watch them, but that's because once again, I kind of want to keep up to date with what's going on, and it's going to be one of the first ever Saudi Arabia shows that we would actually has some credence to the storylines going forward with Mania. But I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of them doing the Royal Rumble in Saudi. I'm sorry. Saudi already has like two events a year that go out to them. Give the Rumble to another town, another country that is crying for it. Like Saudi has King and Queen of the Ring and Crown Jewel, or as they're more commonly all known, just Blood Money, be it PLEs. We need, let's say, I'm not a fan of it being in Saudi, but once again, I'm not the one making the money. Like if they were to do it, like I personally think that they should have done the Royal Rumble. If they were going to do it, they should have done it in France.
Another caveat to that: eventually, they're gonna have that little mirror city done, right? Hear me out. Slap some projectors on the outside. Had a Rumble playing on the outside mirrors while they on the inside of the city having a Rumble. It's aesthetically pleasing. I'm sorry.
I think this is bad. And I'm only going to say it's bad because there's going to be a limited roster that can actually travel over there. And we are going to just guess, like, there's not going to be no real surprises. They're just going to be trash. Like, there are going to be people that are already on the roster that have the necessary to come over there, have no bands, no none of that. It's just going to be a plain Rumble. They have to convince me by SummerSlam how that roster is going to look. SummerSlam's August. So by August to then, you got to confirm that roster at that point, because I don't believe there's anything surprising going over to Saudi for a Royal Rumble.
I mean, we know Punk isn't going to go. We know CM Punk's not going. Like I say, we know that for a fact. So, I mean, we'll see how it all plays out. Because like May said, we got a whole year. But yeah, but like I say, that's the thing. You can't do the Women's Royal Rumble. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's gonna be a yamless event.
I say it. Like I say, because I'm sorry, you're gonna have to wait. Because if y'all call up Jada Parker or Lola Vice up to the main roster, and like I say, before that, y'all just nope. I'm sorry, nope, nah. Because Lash and Jakar on their way, but Jada and Lola, yeah, y'all gonna need. They gonna have to go to the tailor like about 3-4 months out. Be like, yo, I'm gonna need this put together.
I need that to rip.
I mean, come on. Jada Parker, the first wrestler in the last, like, what, who knows, that world star was just like, when did they start making them like that? Like, come on. I say, Jerome can even attest. We talked to some of our buddies from high school. We show one of our buddies from high school a picture of Jada Parker. He's just like, that ain't the women we grew up watching. You know? Like, come on now.
Hey.
Y'all grew up on some Sable.
Sable, Sonny, Jacqueline, Molly, Holly,
Look at his face.
Nita.
Jerome's face is just crazy when I say Sable.
I say, come on.
You want to talk about somebody who had no business being in WWE right there.
Hey, Mark Merrow, yo. That Mark Merrow.
If you ever ask the question of what is one person you wish you could erase from WWE history?
Goldberg.
No, it's Sable. It's Sable. It's Sable. 100%.
I want to erase Goldberg from all the wrestling history.
We had Sable running the division back in the day.
Yep.
Hey boy, you had to, if you wanted that title, you had to come see Sable.
And at a point in time, Nicole Bass with her, but you know,
you heard that lion roar with the whip. You knew what time it was.
Wasn't time for Mark Merrill to come out no more because she stole his music.
The master of the TKO.
But no, let's say, yeah. Attitude Era was crazy, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Anybody who tell you different, like I say, I'm sorry. I saw a man almost, like say, I saw a man almost get, you know, like say when Stone Cold was almost, like say, stabbed by the Undertaker and Kane saved him. Let's say we saw buried alive matches. We saw a man get thrown off and through a cage in the same match. Let's say we saw a lot of crazy nonsense.
We saw ICP. We had ICP.
Yep. Let's say we saw Stephanie McMahon and strapped to the Undertaker symbol like, come save me. No, Batman.
Yeah, that was probably one of the wildest moments.
Bruh. You go back in time and look at that and you're like, wow, WWE used to go really far.
And then you have Vince McMahon. It was me, Austin. It was me all along. Wait, you kidnapped your own daughter? You sick bastard. Like, what is wrong with him? But
he was the ultimate villain. He really was, man. Like, that dude, like we said, he was talking to himself when he said, come on out, you rapist. We shouldn't have been surprised that this man was the leader of the corporate ministry, right? As soon as you heard the name corporate ministry, we should have known right off top. Oh God, it's Vinnie Mac. Oh, yeah. It's Vinny. Oh, God. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. But I would say this much. I ain't feeling this. All right, first off, the Rumble's supposed to be about, you know, you get these surprise appearances and then you get to see who's going to be the person that gets to go to WrestleMania, right? That's the fun in the whole event. I also appreciate seeing all the yams in the Royal Rumble, and I'm not going to be able to see any yams in the Women's Rumble now because these niggas is taking it to Saudi Arabia where they can't have the yams out. I'm not for this. I'm not for this at all. Okay?
They woke up and said, no yams for you, Jerome.
Basically. I'm just being honest, fellas. Okay? You know I'm all for WWE giving more fans around the world experiences, like to have some of these events there and stuff like that. I'm for it. But brother, the Rumble? I ain't even gonna get to see no yams now. It's not even gonna get to be a yam after me in this month. No, man, this is crazy, dog. I can't do this.
You getting a Roxanne Perez on the Rumble. That's what you getting.
Nah, she'll be in this year's Rumble probably. They'll probably pop her in for a quick minute on this year's and see how the fans react to her, see if it's ready for her to come up. But I know one person that I think 100% is going to be in the Rumble this year, and he's going to have the crowd going, whoop that trick, whoop that trick, whoop that trick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, man.
That's trick. Now, hold on. Because you just said that, would it not be one of the best moments if Booker T was in the Rumble and Trick Williams was in the Rumble, and they just had that little interaction of just being like, yeah.
Now, I need Booker on the mic when Trick is coming in, so I can hear, oh yeah, man.
Hey,
oh yeah. I need that.
Hey,
that's
Booker.
Trick.
Booker could still be on commentary. We've seen commentators hop off the desk and go into the Rumble before. We saw it with Pat McAfee last year. We saw Michael Cole do it.
We saw Pat McAfee eliminate himself last year. Okay?
Yeah,
that's what we
saw. If you had Omos and Braun Breaker in the ring, you would eliminate yourself too.
He should have handled his business. He could have got a title shot.
Yeah.
What title? The title of the most beat up dude in the building? That's the title he would have got.
Hey, we need that Rumble at Saudi that Triple H and Roman Reigns had that one year. It was like, oh, it's for the title.
Yep.
And that's what we need. That was misery.
Oh, never again. Never ever again, WWE. Don't ever do that again. Ever. That was terrible. Awful.
Yep.
Goodness gracious.
When is Braun Breaker gonna become a Steiner, bro? That's the real question.
When the sirens go off.
when he produces his math degree.
When he's just flipping them arms right quick and then doing the push-ups. And then oh, we getting Scott Steiner in the Rumble. There we go.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay.
He's gonna come out. He's gonna come out with a math board. It's like, you see, yo, 33 in the third chance. So, nah, Steiner ain't gonna be in the Rumble this year because he's.
So you saying we about to start doing Steiner math again?
Yes.
Yes.
Steiner
You're a Steiner math that don't even make no damn sense. You mean that?
60% of the time, it works every time.
But I can definitely say Steiner will not be in the Rumble this year because he is going to be on the cruise ship at that time.
Well, then we always got the franchise.
Shane Douglas?
I did that for sure. Yeah.
Nigga, really? Why you even break that nigga? Don't he didn't even wrestle when he was a wrestler. Why would he be coming back to actually wrestle now? You better stop that.
The only champ that could come in with a cane and
That man probably walking around in a cast right now. Shut up. I don't even want to hear it. I don't know. No, we're not doing this, Shane Douglas.
No.
That.
The biggest surprise we're gonna get at the Rumble this year. We're gonna see Gilbert pop up with the sparklers and all his joy. And saying,
Nah, Gilbert over there being a champion in other indie promotions. That's what we got.
And he gets a bigger payday once he comes out in the Rumble. It's like, y'all saw me on the Rumble.
Bro. Really, dog?
We get Enzo back.
We got a better
Enzo's
chance.
Enzo's gonna be on a cruise ship too.
Oh,
We got a better chance of hearing woo woo woo, you know it, than to hear what you niggas was just talking about. Okay, stop it.
Hey, technically, Matt Cardona is one half of the U.S. women's of the United States women's champion. I mean, he is one half of that because he's married.
No, he ain't one half of
Free.
nothing. No, he ain't one half of nothing. Okay,
Well, you better tell him that he walking around with the belt.
Hey, he walking around with the belt. Cool, nigga. I don't acknowledge you as champion. What? Just remind me real quick. What was one of the reasons that he left WWE? Oh, that's right. Because they wouldn't make that nigga a champion of any relevance. So, nigga, until you come back and win a belt, I don't want to hear nothing about you being WWE.
I got one. We're gonna get Tessa Blanchard in the Rumble.
Oh, heck no.
Why? So she can come in and botch something and then come in and cause a fight in the back? For what? They got peace and harmony. They don't want her there.
I mean, hey, TNA brought her back, so we'll see what happens.
Nigga, since when has TNA made good decisions?
Joe Hendry.
Hey, wait. You say that.
But
outside of wrestling fans, who the hell knows who Joe Hendry is? Nobody. So
yes.
They ain't even did that right.
They do.
Nigga, just because your household knows because you be going around chanting about Joe Hendry don't mean the rest of the world. Nigga, you need to go touch some grass and find out. Niggas don't know who Joe Hendry is. Okay? He ain't crossed over yet.
I mean,
not yet.
Jerome's not wrong. I mean, like I said, I had to explain the whole thing to my girlfriend about Joe Hendry, and I had to play the song for her to be like, "Oh, that's catchy." So I understand where he's coming from.
Well, we might get might get Moose for Royal Rumble. Let's get Moose.
If we get Moose, I want Obafemi. I want Obafemi in the Royal Rumble too. Just walking around. Who?
Moose.
Who?
I'm gonna just keep my Moose opinions to myself, dog.
Oh, Moose. Let's go. I need that now. You want to say something about Moose? Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep my Moose opinions to myself, dog. Because
we're gonna turn this conversation back to where it needs to be going.
Jerome secretly got
since we potentially won't be getting any yams in next year's or the following year's Rumble that we don't care about, just give us the yams in this year's Royal Rumble. We'll call it even.
We will.
With some extra brown sugar on them.
Shawn Michaels will approve.
Hey, Shawn Michaels, keep doing what you're doing, player. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing us all a service, player. Always.
Yeah, he has.
Appreciate you.
Okay. They built different in NXT now. Hey, that
googly eye show can't see pretty good. That's all I know.
that googly eye straight when he had training. Just like,
oh God.
God. Shawn Michaels' wife knows he has a wandering eye, so
they will say they're built with a good foundation.
Hey, my man knows how to scout him, Mace. Okay, but he's excellent. He's like a young Billy Bean out here. He's finding
he's finding the gems. He's finding the gems.
He's finding them for us, baby. Keep doing your thing, Sean. We appreciate you, brother.
His analytics team is A1 right now.
Hey. All I know is his analytics is fire. I believe in his analytics. That's what I know. Whatever his chart is, nigga, the answer is yes. Okay?
100%.
Oh, God. Who would have thought Shawn Michaels would end up being the guy after everything that he went through, right? Who would have thought that's the guy that ends up being the man that's bringing about era? That being said, T, tell the people where to find you.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me at tcampbell_ITC on the IG. Also, you can find me at The Real Trade Camp 24/7 on the Twitter. And we also all know here that Jerome is actually secretly walking around his house saying, "I love you, Moose."
Yeah.
Don't take the bait, Jay. Don't take it. Mace, tell the people where to find you.
Man, you can find me bopping number 3's head in, bro. Go to somebody else. Choose somebody else now. That's where I would be for the time being.
Hey, Mace, number 3 had a picture saved of me, boy. I think I'm his role model, nigga. I promise you. Daryl, tell the people where to find you, Mr. Low Elo.
YouTube and Twitch, Low Elo Janitor. Oh my gosh. All I gotta say is we Moose fans over here. We love you, Moose. Can I get another shout out to Moose again?
I love you, Moose.
Look, man, at Jay Span the Man everywhere. You either see my pretty face or the ITC logo. Make sure you like, subscribe, rate us, review us. If you only give us 4 stars instead of give us 5 stars, I'm inclined to believe that you are a hater and you don't want me to think that because I'm a really nice guy and I'll call you out when I see you. Make sure you share us with everybody out there. That's how we continue to grow. We appreciate all of you guys' time this week and your support. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this was another resounding episode of your favorite weekly sports show. And that's right, it is ITC
Sportsball.
I love you, Solo.
Sweet baby Jesus.